President Donald Trump Sunday issued a stern warning that no dictator should underestimate the United States as he started an Asian tour dominated by the North Korean nuclear crisis. Speaking to cheering military personnel at Yokota Air Base just west of Tokyo minutes after landing, Trump donned a bomber jacket and said no one, in no dictator, no regime and no nation should underestimate American resolve. Every once in a while in the past, they underestimated us. It was not pleasant for them, was it? Roared Trump. We will never yield, never waver and never falter in defense of our people, our freedom and our great American flag. Trump's marathon trip comes with the North Korea crisis at fever pitch, as U.S. bombers fly sorties over the Korean peninsula and fears mount of another Pyongyang missile test. Trump and Abe signed caps for the occasion. Frank Robichon POOLAFP. According to the Washington Post, Pentagon officials have warned that the only way to locate and secure North Korea's nuclear weapons sites would be via ground invasion. North Korea itself welcomed Trump to the region with a rhetorical volley via the ruling party newspaper Rodong Sinmun, warning a spiritual unstable president against making reckless remarks. North Koreans great people. The president's first stops are Japan and South Korea, frontline U.S. allies in the effort to force Pyongyang to abandon its nuclear program, and the two countries with most to fear should a full-scale conflict break out. Trump touched down under clear blue Tokyo skies and stepped out with his wife Melania in bright sunshine to greet the crowds. Speaking to reporters on the plane, he announced he would likely be meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin during the tour, as the international community scrambles for a solution to the North Korean crisis. Trump was greeted by military personnel at the Yokota Air Base. Kazuhiro Nogi, POOLAFP. I think it's expected we'll meet with Putin, yeah? We want Putin's help on North Korea, and we'll be meeting with a lot of different leaders, said Trump. He added that North Korea was a big problem for our country and for the world, and we want to get it solved, but had kind words for its people. I think they're great people. They're industrious. They're warm, much warmer than the world really knows or understands. They're great people, and I hope it all works out for everybody, he said. The next stop was a golfing date with his friend Shinzo Abe, Prime Minister of Japan, with whom he enjoys a close personal relationship. Trump joked with reporters on Air Force One that they should not believe him if he claims to outthit Hideki Matsuyama, one of the world's best players who joined the leaders on the course. Abe also appeared to have enjoyed his 9 holes, tweeting a round of golf with a marvelous friend President Donald J. Trump, full of spirited conversation. The Japanese leader has emerged strengthened from a crushing victory in a snap election and has firmly supported Trump in his policy of exerting maximum pressure on Kim, backed up with the threat of military force. Trump and Shinzo Abe, Japan's prime minister, enjoy a close personal relationship. Frank Robichon EPAPOOLAFP. I want to further cement the bond of the Japanese alliance based on our relations of trust and friendship with President Trump, Abe said as Trump arrived. Trump, for his part, described Japan as a treasured partner and crucial ally of the U.S. Trump only has to play golf in Japan, as he knows Japan will follow the U.S. whatever happens. Everything has been sorted out beforehand, Tetsuro Kato, political scientist at Tokyo's Hitotsubashi University, told AFP. Appeasement. After Japan, Trump travels to Seoul, where his relationship with President Moon Jae-in is noticeably cooler. While Trump has been in regular contact with the hawkish Abe during the North Korean crisis, he pointedly failed to speak to Moon for several days after Pyongyang's second intercontinental ballistic missile test in July. Trump was greeted by dozens of U.S. service members on his arrival. Jim Watson, AFP. Trump labeled Moon's dovish approach to North Korea as appeasement on Twitter, a comment that did not go down well in Seoul's presidential Blue House. Trump will speak to South Korean MPs but not follow the well-trodden path to the demilitarized zone dividing the Korean peninsula. A visit derided in Washington is a bit of a cliché. From Seoul, Trump travels to China to meet his counterpart Xi Jinping, who, like Abe, has solidified his grip on power after being handed a second term. Trump said before his trip that China could have a big problem with warrior nation Japan if the North Korea issue is not solved. He then travels to an Pacific Rim summit in Vietnam, before heading to a gathering of Southeast Asian leaders. Some observers have fretted that a gaffe by the famously ad-lib president could send tensions rising on the peninsula. It will be a disaster if he speaks off the cuff and without thinking, said Professor Koo Kab-woo from the University of North Korean Studies in Seoul. If Trump says anything that can provoke North Korea, it could send military tensions soaring again. Brashik Eriksson,